Hello, my name is Angelica Davey, and I will be doing my lesson plan over communication skills. This is towards 10th graders in high school as learning about communication skills. The first communication skill is interpersonal communication. Interpersonal communication is a process by which people exchange information, feelings, and meaning through verbal and nonverbal messages, such as like a face-to-face conversation. Examples are gestures, eye contact, body language as well. There are three characteristics of interpersonal communication. Interpersonal communication is verbal communication, which is information communicated through speaking. Nonverbal communication is information communicated without speaking. Impersonal communication is one as well, which is communication that involves thinking of the other person as an object. Some more examples of interpersonal communication is active listening, which is meaning like listening to anybody, such as your peers and or a teacher, or listening to your parents. Let's just say a teacher tells you to go do something like go throw that piece of paper away. You're not supposed to have it. You're supposed to listen. That's interpersonal communication. Or if your teacher is trying to teach you something, that is interpersonal communication. You have to listen. You have to be active in listening to everything in your surroundings. Another thing is teamwork. Teamwork is basically working together as a group with your peers. Let's just say I give an assignment and you're not very sure on how to do the assignment. I'll team you guys together and have you work as a team to get the assignment done and make it a better way for you to learn. And if you're still not getting it, working with me as well could be teamwork, or communicating with me about information. That is kind of teamwork in us getting the job done for us to learn the information better. Another thing is responsibility. Responsibility is a key term within personal communication. You have to be responsible for your actions, your work, anything that's in life. Really be responsible, because if you don't take responsibility, no one else is going to take it for you. You have to be responsible for what you do. Dependability, you have to depend on not only yourself but others around you, you could say, but depending on yourself to get things done more than others would be more likely susceptible to yourself than anything else. Leadership. Some people are followers and some people are leaders. Being a leader could boost you in your interpersonal communication with others, helping them or guiding them through things that they don't know. Be a leader in which you could help them communicate what they don't know and help them communicate better with what they could know. Motivation. You have to motivate yourself, not only but your peers as well, giving them good motivation, such as you're going to get the job done, you're doing a great job, will help the student more so be okay with what they're doing and not give up so easily, and keep continuing what they're doing if you motivate them well. Flexibility, being flexible with your schedule can help as well. Patience, you have to be patient, very, very patient when it comes to things. Instead of getting mad or angry when things don't go your way, or upset, you have to be patient with things, like patient with your learning, patient with your time. It will help you succeed more than rushing and trying to get things done and not doing it properly. Being patient and doing things properly will help it better with your communication. Other examples are verbal communication, actually verbally talking to me, letting me know what's wrong with you, letting me know if you need help with certain things can help as well, or letting your peers know that you need help with something as well can help with the verbal communication. Being verbal is letting anything, really anything know, anybody know anything. That will help. Meetings, interviews, performance reviews, presentations, trainings, and providing feedback is a way of interpersonal communication as well. Nonverbal communication is a way as well, such as when I was talking about the gestures, eye contact, or body language, that could be a way of interpersonal communication. The second part of communication is personal communication, which includes private letters, memos, emails, personal interviews, telephone conversations, and similar resources as well. This type of communication is not a recoverable data. It is a personal communication that can only be cited in text. Some examples are emails. As I said, emails could be a way of personal communication through text messages, like typing, which is along with emails and text messages tie together. Typing, letting somebody know a problem you have, or just talking in general, having a conversation with somebody. Text messages can be on a phone. Emails are on a phone and or computer. Online chats or direct messages. Direct messages are like, let's just say, social media. Those are direct messages. Chatting with somebody and or getting to know somebody is like a direct message. Is only going to them, is personal, hence personal communication. An online chat, which is basically like chat rooms, you're talking to anybody, like having a conversation and getting to know a person as well. That's like direct messages, they tie in together. Personal interviews, having a one-on-one talk with somebody, asking them questions about their life, asking them questions really about anything. If they go to school, if they have a job, if they even like pizza, just different things. That's a personal one-on-one conversation. Telephone conversations can tie in as well with all of these. It's a one-on-one conversation. Live speeches, unrecorded classroom lectures, memos, letters is one thing that you could do as well in the classroom, like writing a letter to yourself or writing letters to other people. Well, it's like a personal thing. That's the only thing that you know, and the only thing that they will know. Is not like it's an outside, anybody on the outside will know anything. Messages from a non-archived discussion group or a online bulletin board. All of this is communication with a one-on-one person, not everybody in the outside group. It's just you and one other person. And another common type of communication used by managers include interpersonal communication, nonverbal communication, written communication, and oral communication. Written communication, like I said, is like text messages, emails, and oral communication is like talking to them face to face on the telephone, live speeches, like they said, on the telephone, even FaceTime. That's an oral communication. Personal and interpersonal can tie in together, as you can see, but interpersonal is more, you can talk to outside resources more than just talking one-on-one, and personal is more of a private thing with you and another person. Ways to put this in the classroom, I could use cue cards, such as an A and B cue card, if I had people to do it with. If I had people to do this with, you can do an A and B card and give examples in the classroom. to see if the students get it. If you give examples such as, is text messages an interpersonal thing or a personal thing? A, if it's interpersonal. B, if it's personal. And you can see in the classroom who thinks it's personal and who thinks it's interpersonal. My name is Angelica Davey, and that is the end of my lesson.